Hunter. Then we're going to get into some Diddy news and how 1 year a difference makes. Um, Briefly, Wendy's probably going to pop up. I'm trying to think of the other stories. There's a video that's showing that Denzel Washington got baptized. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Hold on 1 second. What's going on? Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Oops, got to turn that down. But yeah, like the videos, you guys come in. We're going to listen to Travis Hunter speak about how people don't want him to be happy. Bow Wow tried to give him advice. He doesn't want the advice. Of course, this is his life, and this is how he has to live his life. Did people really take the video out of context in regards to what she was saying? Hey, do you want me to stay here? Do you want me to go with your family? But I did show a video in regards to him and his girlfriend shopping for families during the holidays. That's a blessing. That's a nice thing that they did. So we're going to get into a few different things. I'm going to go ahead and do my disclaimer so that way when people come in, they won't be like, what's this? Okay, so copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to this video, what Travis has to say. Then we're going to get to the Diddy update and what's been happening over the last 6 to 8 months. So let's go ahead and get to Travis.
They want me to be unhappy. They don't want me to be in a relationship. So I found that out. And I'm not going to lie, the comments of people, the comments and the people, the hatred that I'm getting, it's draining. It's draining for sure.
Like the video, like the video.
But I don't even care no more, bro. There's a lot of people, it's just draining, bro. I didn't even want to spark up training today because I know it's going to be a lot of people in here trolling. So like it's draining. I'm definitely not going to be myself for a minute. There's a lot of people just talking and hating. And like every time I get on my phone, it's something new that they're lying about. Every time, it's something new somebody's lying about. And we are just a topic right now. It's draining, bro.
He should be celebrating his Heisman.
It's draining, bro. Everybody just always has something to say. I know. I say that, but Chad, when you get on your phone, Chad, they want me to be unhappy. They
Next
don't
clip.
want me to be in a relationship. There's nothing I can do on my phone without saying something. Why would I break up my girl because the internet want me to break up my girl? Ain't nobody know me or her personally.
Right.
This is what y'all understand. Y'all not in my personal life, so like y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know what we go through. And it's draining because everybody's always got something to say. Like, bro, just leave me alone, bro. Let me be me. I've been with my girl for 5 years. All of a sudden this year, y'all want to say something? Leave me alone.
It's kind of sad because he should be celebrating his success of what he's accomplished. You can see it in his face. He's drained. You can see it in his face. Next clip.
No, I actually might just take a break for a long time. There's nothing I can do on my phone without saying something.
So then I did a video in regards to Bow Wow trying to give him advice. Should he take advice from Bow Wow? Not sure. But we get that people from the outside looking in are trying to tell them what he should do. Now, if you guys don't know, Bow Wow's trying to give him advice. I think somebody was saying that Deion Sanders might have told him to get a prenup. And then you have other people that's chiming in. There's a lot of people that's chiming in. So let's get to it.
Travie. Check this out, gang. It's coming from your boy Bow Weezy, right? I never met you, don't know you, know nothing. But I will say this, because I've been watching from afar. I'm not the type of nigga that jump in people's business, but I was once young, about to make a lot of money, and I know how this shit go. So I need you to hear me out. Number one, I don't want you feeling as though everybody jumping down your back or cats is hating. That's that young nigga mentality. I want you to look at this like niggas care about you. And especially in our community and in this industry, not a lot of brothers get the opportunity like you about to get. You know what I mean? You about to get the biggest check in your life. You about to go to the NFL. And all we are doing is waking you up, young brother. Because if you don't see what the fuck is going on, gang, if we didn't give a fuck, we'll let you crash out. But from one player to the next, hey, my nigga, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but I want you to open up your eyes. Travi.
Like the video, like the video. Let's get to the next clip. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before where you're watching from. And also continue to hit the like button. Let's continue.
There's no reason why she commenting on another nigga page, an NBA nigga, with heart eyes and the motherfucking money tongue out. That's your fiance. Wake up, young brother. Fiancés don't move like that. I ain't never had one of my motherfucking girls ever lay next to me in the same crib as me under another nigga page, leaving heart eyes with the money tongue out. Total violation. That bitch would have been packing up her shit and get the fuck out my crib that day. I don't play that shit. You out. And it's like you so caught up in being in love with this motherfucker, bro. I don't even think this woman really love you like that, bro. You gotta watch the signs, man. That woman said you wasn't even her type. If a woman tell me she not my type but end up with me, then what's keeping you here? What's keeping you here then? If I'm not your type, that means you going off looks. So what the fuck is keeping you here? You gotta ask, but you young though. But you gotta ask yourself them questions. We not coming down on you, brother. We trying to wake you up. Guys, man, there's no reason why she commenting on another nigga page, an NBA nigga, with heart eyes and the motherfucking money tongue out. That's your fiance.
Next
Wake
clip.
up,
This guy makes me feel like the prettiest girl in the world. He makes me feel extremely...
So they look happy together. It's his life. It's his choices. You know what I'm saying? Let them celebrate. Next clip.
The Adidas pop-up shop this past weekend. People are saying that I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? That's not what I said. First of all, I said, baby, do you want me to sit here or do you want me to go with the family or do you want me to come with you? Because what y'all don't know, again, off of a 7-second clip, is those weren't fans, by the way. He had already finished that part. He had finished meeting with the fans. I was there the entire time taking pictures, talking to them, everything. The girls that were there, they were the Adidas, they worked for Adidas. So we were taking pictures for social posts. That's who those people were. I wasn't annoyed with no fans at all. I'm never annoyed with fans. So that's what that was. And then Travis was getting ready to leave. He had to be at a rehearsal for the Heisman ceremony. They had to do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So I was asking him, I was like, do you want me just to sit here? Do you want me to go back to the hotel? Like, do you want me to wait for our family? Because his family was in there shopping. The Adidas pop-up shop this past weekend. People are saying that I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? That's not what I said. First of all, I said, baby, do you want me to sit here or do you want me to go with the family or do you want me to come with you?
Next clip.
Because Adidas let them go pick out stuff in the store. It's like a 4-story Adidas. So they're all doing that. I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, do I stay here? Do I come with you? Like, what? And he was like, you can do what you want. Like, you could sit there. You can go shop. You can come to the hotel. You can walk around. That's what he was saying to me. I don't know. Like I said, the things that I see people make up is truly crazy because it's not what happened. And I just think people are just finding every single little thing and trying to make it something it's not. And then bird brain individuals are just accepting what they see online. Okay, now the last thing, this actual Heisman ceremony. This is making me so mad because anyone who knows me knows I support Travis in every win, everything he does, because I truly, truly love that man. He is perfect in my eyes. So, when his name was called, I instantly was gonna, if you watch the video, you can see me, because Adidas let them go pick out stuff in the store. It's like a 4-story video. You can see me but his mom didn't get up. So I was like, oh, maybe I don't get up, maybe I just sit here with her. So I sat there, and then y'all said Coach Prime had to tell me to get up. No, he didn't. He said, go get him. Go get your man. And once Travis stood up, but he didn't have to do that because I was going to do that anyways. As soon as I seen Travis get up, then I thought it was appropriate to stand up. greet him, congratulate him, but then there was a camera right in front of Coach Prime, and I knew they were going to film that moment, and because of how people are online, I was like, I don't want to be in that shot, so I'm going to sit down. So I try to sit down, so I'm not in the camera while I'm crying. People are going to be, oh, why is she crying? Like, you know, stuff like that. And so I got out of the camera purposefully so they can have their moment. That's all it was. No one told me to stand up. No one had to tell me to celebrate with him. I was just sitting there crying. I wanted to take it in myself too. I was super excited for him. But video, you can see me like,
Next
but
clip.
his mom didn't get up. So I was like, oh, but I wanted the moment to be about him and his family. And that's another thing. People are like, why did he sit next to her? Why was his mom? We had assigned seats. We had assigned seats. I didn't have a choice where I sat. They are obviously going to put someone and their partner together. So I had the seat right next to him because that was my assigned seats. I didn't have a choice. And then the hugging thing. Travis came and hugged me because he just went down the line. I was first in line, then his mom, then Coach Prime. He came straight to me first. I didn't tell him to do that. I didn't have to tell him to do anything. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants. But yeah, everyone is making this crazy narratives in their head, so I just wanted to clear it up. And that is the truth. That's what happens in all those videos, and I will not.
So that's him talking about it because people were talking about his relationship.
Does it matter? It don't matter, but then again, it's like, bro, if y'all actually pay attention, we said this multiple times. She's mixed. How many times you want me to tell y'all she's not white? Do we gotta go there again and try? Do I need to show another picture of her and her parents? You ain't got to, bro. Bro, look at my soul. And chat, it don't matter. Even if she was to just be white, why does that matter? Skin tone shouldn't matter. We in 2024. Why are we still having a race? We still putting a racism card. Black don't gotta be with black. White don't have to be with white. And Mexican don't have to be with Mexican. Race don't have to be just race. There's beautiful kids out here that's different race. Beautiful kids that's mixed race. Why do we care about just being black on black?
So there's that. She's mixed.
Like, bro, it's in 2024. Does it matter? It don't matter, but then again, it's like...
So they've been catching a lot of heat, but wishing them well. Real talk.
You ain't never had no girl. So why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. You talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Like, come on, man. Y'all go do something else with y'all life. Clickbait pages, y'all better stop. I'm telling y'all. Y'all, if something bad gonna happen to y'all, y'all keep doing that. Y'all better stop that. I ain't playing. Y'all better stop. All the clickbaiting pages. Yeah, when we were sitting down and I was at my papa shop, we was talking about my family. What was they gonna do while I was in there signing stuff? I had all my family there. And that's why she did. That's why she said she's gonna stay there so they can get stuff. That's why she said she's gonna sit there so they can get stuff, have fun there. She wanted to go back they wanted to go back. Some of them want to go back to the hotel, some of them didn't. Y'all trying to make everything, y'all want everything for clicks. Like, stop that. That's crazy. Like, y'all hate on me and then y'all go and hate on my girl. You ain't never had no girl. So I go and hate on my girl. Like, bro, I feel the same pain that she feel. We're inseparable, bro. We with each other. Like, she hurting, of course I'm gonna be hurting. If I'm hurting, of course she gonna be hurting. Like, y'all, come on, bro. That joint hurt, bro. But then again, I'm talking to people that like, go ahead, bro. I don't care. I would rather all y'all leave right now and go send a text message so when she wake up in the morning, she get on her phone, nothing but positivity, nothing but, positive energy. Yeah, she's still sleeping. She slumped. You hurt, but you just cry yourself to sleep and you just be gone. Like, so she drunk like OD amount tonight for no reason. Nah, she sleep. She's gone. She'll be up in the morning. Go and hate on my girl. Like, bro, I feel the same pain in the morning. Where can they send messages at? Discord.
So he's saying send her messages
So
to
people type
Discord
letters.
positivity.
That's cool. That's good. Appreciate it.
What did you send me, Stu?
That'd be the best sleep. It does, but I only have to go see no side. It's kind of hard. It's hard on me because I can't even help her. Like, chat all the work in the morning.
Next clip.
Where can they say?
So that was the event. This is with his mom. She was basically saying, what do you want me to do? I can't play the full part of it. And he was like, you stay here, you go with the family, it's cool. So it made it seem like she was trying to complain, but she wasn't. She was just trying to get direction of what was supposed to happen that day. So there's that. They look happy. They look at peace. Allegedly, she mixed. That's cool. You know, he should be celebrating his success with his girl. But instead, you know, I've only been covering it because I am wishing them well. Period. I get why Bow Wow's giving him advice because of the message he saw. But it's like, how'd you see the message? Did somebody send it to Bow? But yeah, wishing him and his girl well. That's the Travis Hunter story. I basically covered it all. The event, him talking. I covered them shopping for families for the holiday, which is a blessing. I covered her talking about how the whole situation in the day happened. I covered it. Okay, so let's get to... it's being reported that Tiger Woods' daughter, Sam, is still the caddy. Congratulations to Tiger Woods' son. Real talk. It looks as if, you know, his son is doing well. The daughter's gorgeous, beautiful. I like how they spend quality time together. They've also showed videos how very similar Tiger and his son. Look at the stance as they're standing right now. Even though it's opposite sides, they have very similar movements in regards to father-son. So the daughter's still helping assistant, probably just to spend quality time with their dad and the son. Why not? So, you know, Tiger's gone through quite a few things over the years. Prayers go out to the family. Yeah, the young man is happy. So congratulations to Travis Hunter. Congratulations to Tiger Woods' son if he's doing well. Let's see. Tiger Woods' daughter Sam's back as the caddy while he and his son Charlie, the son is Charlie, played together in the 2024 PNC Championship. So congratulations, father and son playing in the PNC Championship. So that's cool. We're gonna get to Black China, but let's do the Diddy situation. Usher, I guess, is like attending career day for his daughter's school. We're gonna get to that. Let's go ahead and do that.
Clock. PNC Bank is facing a discrimination lawsuit after a former employee says a manager told her she was not getting a promotion because she's a black single mother. PNC denies that. Channel 2's Taisha Fernandez live now in DeKalb County. And Ty, that's one of the branches this former employee was trying to work for.
George, she says she tried to get a job here. She expressed some interest in getting a promotion here, and she said she was verbally told she wasn't a good fit for this place. So later on down the line, she went for another promotion at a different branch about 8 miles from here. And she says that's when a regional manager said something discouraging and demeaning.
It was very disrespectful, and I question my worth altogether because of that.
Brandy Felice started her banking career with PNC Bank back in 2018. She says because she's a natural leader, managers put her on the fast track to management, and she landed a role just under the manager in a matter of months.
And so I got that role within the first year, and I was actually promoted on my birthday in 2019.
Then COVID hit, and she says PNC closed some branches, which shifted some positions. Brandy says she kept moving up and became an assistant branch manager in 2022. That same year, she applied for a manager position at a branch in Peachtree Corners. In her discrimination lawsuit, Brandy says the regional manager who interviewed her for the position told her she wouldn't be a good fit because most of the customers are white, and she's a single mother who wouldn't be able to work weekend events.
I felt discouraged, and I felt that the time that I spent with this company and my efforts to reach my goals in that space were shot down because of something that I love about myself. It does feel like you're judged and you're not as worthy as other people.
A spokesperson for PNC Bank says, "We believe Ms. Felice was treated fairly and consistent with our company values, policies, and practices. PNC does not tolerate discrimination or retaliation, and we look forward to presenting the facts in court." Brandy's attorney believes PNC can learn from this lawsuit.
It's a chance for them to show some accountability. How many young women of color are being denied opportunities for the same kinds of biased reasons that were used to hold Brandy Felice back?
Now, Brandy has moved on to a whole other career path now, and she contemplated even coming forward because she knows what comes with this. She says people keep telling her that single mothers are some of the strongest people out there, and she will continue to pursue this fully. We are live in DeKalb County in Doraville. Taisha Fernandez, Channel 2 Action News.
I hope she wins as well. Let's get to the
In
Denzel,
accordance with the great head of the church,
Denzel story.
we baptize you, my brother, in the name of the Father.
Like the video, like the video. There's about 120 in the building. Please subscribe to the page. Can I please get 100 people to double tap the screen to hit the like button? Can I please get 100 people to double tap the screen to hit the like button? Can't play the music. But it looks as if Denzel's getting baptized. Looks as if Denzel's getting baptized. So congratulations to him. They're going to talk in a few moments. And then we're going to get to the Diddy case. So just give me a second. I'll let it play. They're going to start talking in a minute. I don't want to play the music and then I get a strike because of the music. So just give me a second. Give me a second. Give it a second. Give it a second. Thanks for being here, everyone. Like the video as you guys come in. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. If you're watching from a phone, press 1. And please double tap the screen.
Full now. It took me back because my mother couldn't afford it. And I wanted to do some things to get it off my own. But I didn't. Thank God. To God be the glory. But that's not why I'm here. This license is for him to train. We pray that he will go forth and do what he has to do so that one day I can ordain him. Amen. But at this time, I have your license here, minister's license from the Church of God in Christ, Memphis, Tennessee. Know all men. By these, I present Denzel Hayes Washington Jr. He is a part of historic Kelly Temple. That's right. He has acknowledged the call of the Lord through the gospel ministry. He is hereby presented this certificate as evidence to our acceptance of his testimony. That's right. He testified of this. I'm not forcing anything on it. This is his testimony, what God has done and what God is doing. He is recognized as a member of the clergy of the churches of God in Christ worldwide. This time, this minister's license presented to Denzel, and she prophesied. She said, boy, you are going to travel the world and preach to millions.
Like the video, like the video. There's only 7 likes. There should be at least 100 likes. The likes should match the views. It actually pushes me out to the algorithm. Please hit the like button. If you're watching from a phone, double tap the screen, please. If you're watching from a tablet, double tap the screen. We should be at 100 likes. Thanks for tuning in.
Washington.
Okay, so there's the Denzel situation. Please like the video, you guys. There's about 187 in the building. Please hit the like button. Thank you. We're getting the likes up. Thank you. Double tap the screen for me, please. Thank you. Thank you. We're just doing hot topics, trending topics. We're just going over a few topics right now. Let's continue. We just talked about that story in regards to the young woman suing PNC. And I just showed y'all that Tiger Woods and his son is doing the championship. I'm wondering if Tiger and his son should step in and help the young lady if they were discriminating against her.
The Kanye song.
Parent Teacher Day. Let's get to the Diddy situation.
1 year, Diddy's whole life fell apart. In November 2023, Diddy was timeline of how in 1 year, Diddy's whole life fell apart. In November 2023, Diddy was having a birthday party in London. He was celebrating his 54th with Naomi Campbell, Idris Elba, and Janet Jackson. He had just released his latest...
We're just taking a look back of how a year has changed in regards to Diddy, his life, in regards to the allegations. Like the videos, you guys are coming in. There's about 119 in the building. If I can please get 119 people to double tap that screen to hit the like button. My likes are down too much, and I give you out of the TTT. I bring you out a lot of hot topics, trending topics. Let's get the likes up. It supports the page. Let's get the likes up. It supports the page. Let's get the lights up. If you're watching from a phone, press 1. You can double tap the screen. If you're watching from a tablet, double tap the screen to get the lights up. Also, press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 you've been here before, where you're watching from. Let's continue.
Timeline of how in 1 year, Diddy's whole life fell apart. In November 2023, Diddy was having a birthday party in London. He was celebrating his 54th with Naomi Campbell, Idris Elba, and Janet Jackson. He had just released his latest album and was on top of the world. Behind the scenes, there were signs that Diddy's life was about to start crumbling. Negotiations were failing between Combs and his ex, R&B singer Cassie Ventura. 1 week later, she filed a lawsuit that would change the course of his life. The lawsuit detailed an alleged cycle of physical and sexual abuse. Over the next couple of months, 5 people came forward accusing Combs of sex trafficking, sexual assault, or rape. By March, it was clear the feds were looking into him too. Around the same time, Macy's dropped his clothing line, Sean John, from stores. And by January, Diageo had ended his lucrative partnerships over Ciroc Vodka and De Leon Tequila. On September 16th, 2024, Combs was arrested in New York City by federal prosecutors. The federal indictment alleges that for decades, he used threats, violence, and drugs to coerce women into sex. Combs was repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, but for now, he remains behind bars. The Bad Boy founder faces anywhere from 15 years to life in prison. Let's take a look at the timeline of how in 1 year, Diddy's whole life.
So let me know how y'all feel about the case in regards to Diddy. Let me know how y'all feel about, him still being behind bars. He has requested to be released and he's still behind bars. And many people are talking about he may now focus on the May trial versus trying to get out. So let's go through some hot topics, trending topics about Diddy. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Like the video as you guys come in. Like the video as you guys come in. Let's just do a real quick hot topic, trending topic about what's going on with Diddy, what's going on with Jay-Z. Hold on 1 second.
He's not the only celebrity that's faced. Rapper and music producer Jay-Z has been accused of assault alongside Diddy, but he's not the only celebrity that's facing accusations connected to the Sean Combs sex scandal. I've been reporting the story for a few months now. Let's dive into some of the other notable names that are connected. Oscar-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. is accused of groping music producer Rodney Jones while on Combs' yacht in 2023. That's according to a lawsuit filed by Jones. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Wow, I just read your thing. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Like the video, like the video. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from. There's about 130 something in the building. If I could please get 134 to subscribe. We're definitely trying to hit 34K. Let's continue. And I asked before, Diddy, a judge jury will have to find out and figure out if there's any wrongdoing. Diddy's innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. So I have to say that in every video. Let's continue. Let's hear what's going on in the news. So this is just a update. This is trending news, trending topics, basically just in case you missed it. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. We do have memberships available. We do allow people to send in super chats if you like. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Be kind in the comments. I will time you out. My page don't play. If I see it in weird stuff, I will time you out. Thanks for being here, Kentucky. Let's continue.
Denies the allegations. R&B singer Aaron Hall is accused of assaulting a woman in 1990. The woman filed a lawsuit against Hall and Diddy that alleged that Combs assaulted her first. Both Hall and Diddy deny the allegations. Bad Boy Records producer Harvey Pierre, Diddy, and an unnamed person were sued by Anna Kane, the ex-wife of an NHL player. Kane alleged that the three gang raped her when she was just 17 years old after they trafficked her across state lines in 2003.
Alleged.
Pierre denies the allegations. Diddy's son Christian Combs was accused of groping and assaulting a woman who was working on a yacht shot leased by Diddy in 2022. She
Alleged.
says she was given a spiked shot of tequila and that she told the captain, but that he was paid by Diddy as part of a cover-up. Rapper Young Miami, who once dated Combs, has also been named in lawsuits against Diddy. She was accused of being a part of his sex trafficking operation. Another allegation
Alleged.
claims that she harassed a woman who was assaulted and impregnated by Diddy to have an abortion.
Right now, we're just going to do hot topics, trending topics, just do general updates on what's in the news. Oh, hold on one second. Like the video as you guys come in. Like the video as you guys come in. Press 3 if you're new where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before where you're watching from. Don't forget, we're trying to hit 33K. We're probably only 200 away, so if 160 can please subscribe and turn on your notifications, we greatly appreciate it. If you already subscribed, thank you. Let's get to the video clip. Hold on one second. I have to do some things from behind the scene. Hold on one second. Thanks for being here, everyone.
I'm Jesse Weber.
We're listening to a sidebar.
All right, it's time once again to do a kind of reassessment of where we are right now in the Sean Diddy Combs criminal case. So many things happen at such a fast pace. Now, if you haven't been following the day-to-day of this criminal case, we've got some recent updates for you. And to start, you know, I will tell you, I was actually doing a live stream of a Diddy hearing the other day on our Law and Crime YouTube channel, and we take questions from our viewers, and they're great questions. By the way, we love when you guys submit the questions. But we took a question from one of our YouTubers, and it was something as simple as, Diddy, I haven't really been following it. And you know, I thought about that. We do so many stories here on Sidebar about this guy. Sometimes I just assume most of you know what's been going on from the very beginning, but the truth is many don't. And his charges are not so easy to understand. They're kind of complicated. They're not so straightforward. So let me briefly set the stage about what he's charged with and how we got here. So Sean Combs, the music mogul, the multimillionaire, he was arrested in September out in New York by federal authorities. And this wasn't a surprise to us. Why? Because after his ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, filed her bombshell lawsuit against him in November of 2023, accusing him of sexually, verbally, emotionally, and psychologically abusing her over their relationship that lasted years, that was the start of many lawsuits to come against Sean Combs. And by the way, he was just sued by 3 men who said that they were assaulted by him as well.
Alleged.
Now, what happened after we saw the beginning of all these lawsuits? 2 of his properties in March of 2024 were raided by federal agents who, confiscated guns and digital and physical evidence. In May, CNN published a video.
Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Fair use. We're doing a reaction clip updating you guys on what's been going on in regards to Diddy in the last 8 months. Fair use, reaction clip. Continue to hit the like button, you guys. We only have 21 likes. Continue to hit the like button. Let's continue.
Combs purportedly beating Cassandra Ventura in a hotel hallway from back in 2016. This surveillance footage apparently captures him running down a hallway in a towel and kicking, punching, and dragging her. And then 2 days after that video is published, he ends up apologizing in an Instagram video. Then, September, he's arrested out in New York and he was charged with 3 federal crimes: racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. I think the best way to explain what he's being charged with is how it's described in his criminal indictment, namely that he allegedly abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. To do so, Combs relied on the employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Combs and other members and associates of the Combs enterprise wielded the power and prestige of Combs' role at the Combs businesses to intimidate, threaten, and lure female victims into Combs' orbit, often under the pretense of a romantic relationship. Combs then used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sex acts with male commercial sex workers that Combs referred to as, among other things, freak-offs. Freak-offs were elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, pleasured himself during, and often electronically recorded. In arranging these freak-offs, Combs, with the assistance of members and associates of the Combs enterprise, transported and caused to be transported commercial sex workers across state lines and internationally. Freak-offs occurred regularly, sometimes lasted multiple days, and often involved multiple commercial sex workers. During freak-offs, Combs distributed a variety of controlled substances to victims, in part to keep the victims obedient.
Like the video, like the video. There's about 127 in the building. We just had about 195 in the building. Like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Like the video as you guys come in. Press 3 if you're new where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before where you're watching from. Don't forget to subscribe. We're definitely trying to hit 34K. Fair use, reaction clip.
compliant. Sometimes, unbeknownst to victims, Combs kept videos he filmed of victims engaging in sex acts with commercial sex workers. After freak-offs, Combs and the victims typically received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use. So that essentially is what we're talking about. And since his arrest, he has been detained at the Metropolitan Detention Center out in Brooklyn, New York. By the way, as you can see with how we cover stories like Diddy, we just try to call balls and strikes, just try to give you the facts, sober analysis, and that is why we're thrilled to partner with a company like Straight Arrow News. This is an app and
let's go
website
past
that is focused
the commercial.
on that with tools like the.
Thanks for tuning in. Let's go past the commercial. Let's continue. Fair use reaction clip. Let's get the likes up, you guys. We got about 125 in the building. We should have at least 100 likes. Please double tap the screen. Press 1 if you're watching from a phone. Press 1 if you're watching from a phone. Press 2 if you're watching from a tablet. If you're watching from a phone, all you have to do is double tap. Please hit the like button. Or you could double tap the screen that's above the video. Thank you. Let's get the likes up. If you're watching from a phone, just double tap the screen. It's hitting the like button. Hitting the like button is free. And if you've already hit the like button, thank you. We should be at 100 likes. Thank you. Thank you. Let's continue to hit the like button, you guys. See, my show goes really fast, but we sometimes have thousands and thousands of people in the building. But if I don't ask people to hit the like button, they won't do it. They're just going to listen. Like the button, like the video. Let's continue.
Hearing in federal court in front of Judge Arun Subramanian, the current judge overseeing this case. And the prosecution indicated to the court that they plan to turn over all evidence to the defense by the end of the year. So what is that, just less than 2 weeks? Now, the government, in a letter to the court in anticipation of this hearing, they did have a little caveat. They said certain discovery, however, may be produced after that date. For example, due to technological limitations, the government has not yet been able to extract every electronic device seized. To the extent that the ongoing efforts to extract the devices are successful, those extractions will be produced promptly. Moreover, as noted previously, the government's investigation is ongoing, and the government will continue to produce discoverable material as it is received on a rolling basis. This may include, among other things, records received in response to outstanding or new subpoenas or other legal process. Now, I have to put this in perspective for a minute. The prosecution has indicated that there is a mountain of evidence in this case. And when you're talking a racketeering case that is apparently, allegations are stemming from 2008, 2009 to 2024, there's a lot of stuff here, and it can get complicated. And particularly...
Yeah, I want to hear more information about the racketeering part of it. I'm sure probably by May of 2025, we will hear more about the racketeering. Like the video. There's about 161 in the building. Please subscribe and turn on the notification. Let's continue. Fair use reaction clip.
Digital evidence. In this case, Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson, one of the prosecutors, said back in October that and this was during the early stages of this case, as per reporting by PBS, 96 electronic devices were seized during these raids on Sean Combs' properties, and that 8 devices contained over 90 terabytes of information. Now, not all of it might be relevant to the case, but that is a lot to go through.
That is.
Even in a filing last month, Combs' defense team said that the productions that were turned over to them by the prosecution have been voluminous. And they confirm that the government, quote, has turned over many terabytes of data, including search warrant affidavits. Think about how much material it is. So when you think about that, when you think about how much material has been turned over to the defense, and maybe will still have to be turned over, it is still amazing to me that the defense will be ready for a May 2025 trial. But I tell you what, just keep that in mind. Keep that date in mind for a second. Now, during this hearing this week, there is a...
Spoons, they're out.
Like the video as the commercial goes past. Like the video. There's about 167 in the building. If you already subscribed, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please hit subscribe. It's the subscribe button, and also double tap the screen to hit the like button. If you've already double tapped the screen, thank you. Just waiting for the commercial to go past. Let's continue. Fair use reaction clip.
Brady material is relevant evidence that is favorable to the defense, potentially exculpatory evidence tending to prove a defendant did not commit the crime. And this is evidence that the prosecution finds out about and has to turn over to the defense. And in their joint letter to the court in anticipation of this hearing this week, the defense argued, quote, that the Brady disclosures failed to meet the minimum constitutional standards to which Mr. Combs is entitled. And so during the hearing, Judge Subramanian asked the prosecution, can you tell me how you're complying with the Brady obligations? To which Assistant United States Attorney Emily Johnson reportedly responded that they are endeavoring to get the defense the information they're requesting, including interrogations the prosecution conducted, and also told the court that they had given the defense files from Victim 1. Now, based on the description of Victim 1 in the indictment and prosecution filings, this is the victim, by the way, who makes up the sex trafficking charge. I think a fair argument would be that is probably Cassandra Ventura. So when there is a discussion of turning over evidence regarding victim one, potentially Cassandra Ventura, and exculpatory evidence regarding victim one, I have to wonder if this relates back to the argument presented by the defense over the past several months that there is no evidence that victim one is a victim of sex trafficking. Rather, that she and Combs had this consensual, years-long, toxic, violent relationship. And when you look at the 2016 video that I mentioned before, the defense would say this is not evidence that he was sex trafficking her, but this was just a very unfortunate, disturbing domestic spat. Now, the prosecutors have asserted that there was a sex worker in that hotel room that she was allegedly escaping from, and so this is a prime example of sex trafficking. But going back to what this exculpatory information might be regarding victim one, Combs' lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, seemed to confirm that in this hearing, this might be what's going on, because he apparently said to the judge, if what happened in Mr. Combs' bedroom was found to be entirely personal, we'd view that as subject to Brady. Now, to be clear, we don't know exactly what exculpatory Brady material is being referred to, but I think a fair assessment would be if they're trying to say that everything was consensual, maybe toxic, but consensual between...
Yeah, but if she's trying to leave, he didn't let her leave. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. There's about 194 in the building. If I can please get 100 people to 199 to subscribe. We're trying to hit 34K. Please subscribe, and turn on the notification. Continue to hit the like button. It's the double tapping of the screen. Continue to hit the like button. It's the double tapping of the screen. And also hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up is hitting the like. Thank you. Let's continue. Fair use. Reaction clip. Yes, I have to stop and play it. Yes, I have to stop and play it. Let's continue.
Cassandra Ventura or victim one and Sean Combs, that's exculpatory. Okay, moving on. Also, in this hearing, there was an important discussion about a superseding indictment. You see, it's been reported that the prosecutors here have been presenting evidence to a grand jury and that this investigation is ongoing. So it is possible that Combs could be hit with new or amended charges. And so Judge Subramanian asked AUSA Johnson more about this. The judge asked, what can you tell me about your ongoing investigation and any superseding indictment? Now, AUSA Johnson reportedly replied, I can't say much. We're mindful of the trial date, and any additional charges will have little discovery information? Huh. What does that mean? Does it seem to suggest that if we bring charges, it wouldn't make a major change in the case? Maybe suggesting it wouldn't necessarily require a change in the trial date? So is it possible that means just maybe, I don't know, amending the racketeering charge to add more evidence? So does that mean maybe just adding additional supporting evidence to, let's say, the racketeering charge that is so widespread or overarching? Because the racketeering charge has a number of underlying crimes I mentioned before: forced labor, kidnapping, obstruction, bribery, and so maybe they're just going to amend it with additional information. It's hard to say. I mean, prosecutors have alleged that they have evidence that Combs engaged in further acts of obstruction while he's been locked up in the MDC after his arrest, after the indictment, namely, allegedly.
Are y'all surprised it's being alleged that he's breaking rules also in the jail? Are y'all surprised? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Paying to use other inmates' phone access accounts, using three-way phone calls to contact people not approved on his contact list, evidence that he told his family to contact potential victims and witnesses in this case. So if they are going to now amend the indictment to include this, is that a possibility? Is that maybe why it won't change the structure of the case? It's not like an additional charge per se. Or maybe they say, look, we know there's a trial date, we get it, but that may change. I mean, we keep wondering if Combs is going to be hit with charges with respect to minors, since that is the basis of a lot of the civil lawsuits that he's currently facing since he was first criminally charged. And if they do end up charging him criminally at the federal level with respect to minors, that, I have to imagine, would include a lot more discovery, would change the whole tenor of this case, would change his entire defense strategy. But honestly, tough to say what to make from those remarks. Now, moving back to Combs' lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, he asked during this hearing that the racketeering charge, he said, is very vague, and that the prosecution, what they're alleging with multiple acts of...
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't heard more about the racketeering. Who's a part of the racketeering? Who's involved in the racketeering? Who was subpoenaed? Who was a part of the grand jury? I'm just surprised we haven't heard more about the racketeering. But it's coming. I don't know if it'll be around the trial time, but like I said, a jury will have to decide if there's any wrongdoing, and he is innocent until proven guilty. I am so glad from the very beginning I've said that, because nobody ain't coming for my page. Nobody. Thanks for being here. Let's continue. There's about 187 in the building. Please subscribe to the page. We're trying to hit 34K. Thanks for being here. Reaction clip. Fair use. Let's continue.
Arson and kidnapping. But he said it wasn't clear what events they're referring to. And he even suggested we anticipate a motion for a bill of particulars coming to the court. Now, a bill of particulars is when a defendant says to the government, look, I need some more clarity on my charges. Itemize it out for me. I need more details of each charge so I can properly understand the case and defend against it. And it's a way for a defendant to avoid being surprised at trial. By the way, Combs' defense has asked for this before at another point in this case.
Like the video, like the video. Thanks for supporting the channel, everyone. Like the video. Please continue to hit the like button, everyone. If you're watching from a phone, please double tap the screen. If you're watching from a tablet, please double tap the screen. To hit the like button is free, free, free. If you like to send in a super chat, if you want to have me highlight something that you're speaking of, super chats are welcome. $3, $5, whatever you would like to donate. Thank you.
Including wanting to know the names of the victims in this case. So we'll see if they get a little bit more clarity or ask for more clarity about what the charges are. By the way, when Agnifilo talks about arson and kidnapping, in one of the government's first letters to the court at the very beginning of this case in September, they kind of explain what this is. They write, in the early morning hours of December 22nd, 2011, the defendant and a co-conspirator kidnapped an individual at gunpoint to facilitate breaking into and entering the residence of another individual one. Multiple witnesses would testify at trial to the events surrounding the kidnapping and break-in, the latter of which is corroborated by police reports and other records. Approximately 2 weeks later, the defendant's co-conspirators set fire to individual one's vehicle by slicing open the car's convertible top and dropping a Molotov cocktail inside the interior. Police and fire department reports extensively document the arson and conclude that the fire was intentionally set. Multiple witnesses would also testify to the defendant bragging about his role in destroying individual one's car. And we believe this is actually in reference to rapper Kid Cudi, because this description is almost identical to what has been alleged in another lawsuit against Sean Combs. I believe it was the Cassandra Ventura lawsuit, where she said that Combs took this revenge out on the rapper because of him being romantically linked to her. All right, so moving on, the judge concluded the hearing by scheduling the next hearing for March 17th, meaning we may not see or hear from Sean Combs for quite some time as he sits behind bars in the MDC. Now, to be fair, we haven't really seen him with our own eyes. There's been courtroom sketches, but I will tell you this, talking about seeing and hearing from Sean Combs, Long Crime's very own Elizabeth Milner was inside that courtroom for this hearing, and she relayed to us how Combs looked.
So when Diddy came inside, it was still that standard issued MDC jumpsuit. He's wearing khaki. From that video of, I think that was obtained by Daily Mail back in September, of Diddy playing hacky sack in Central Park, to now he appeared just...
Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for subscribing. If you've already hit the like button, thank you. Let's continue. Fair use reaction clip.
Astonishingly thinner, which you can expect to be inside a federal detention center for a couple months now. A lot different from the luxury lifestyle that he was living before, but he appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. He appeared grayer a little bit as well, too, but again, he appeared just like how you would expect Diddy to appear for a hearing.
First of all, I got to call out Elizabeth here, because her reporting on this was picked up by the press. A lot of outlets quoted her description of Diddy, so great reporting by her, but also it's interesting hearing the way that he looked considering what he reportedly said in court, too. According to ABC, Combs reportedly said to those in the court, "Happy holidays, y'all." He was also apparently polite to the judge, asking, "Good afternoon, how are you doing today?" So seemingly a positive attitude, considering he's locked up for the foreseeable future and, may not be doing great behind bars. Which, by the way, we have an update on that as well. So after Judge Subramanian became the latest judge to deny Sean Combs bail, denying him pretrial release, Combs, by the way, still had the option to appeal that decision to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. But in a recent filing, his team wrote, Mr. Combs does not seek to appeal the district court's denial of his renewed motion and hereby moves to voluntarily dismiss the appeal. So it seems he has given up trying to be released. He has given up trying to fight for bail. And I think a fair argument for why he would do that would be he probably realized it wouldn't be successful after so many judges all concluded the same thing. And given the fact that his trial is basically just around the corner, I mean, May will be here before you know it. And there is such an enormous amount of evidence to review, like I mentioned. Maybe let's not spend the time and money trying to fight a non-winnable argument, right? Let's focus on my legal defense, not bail. It's not happening for me.
So, we have to ask, where'd you get your nickname Sauce?
Like the video, like the video. So did they have to tell him, look, if you want May to happen, you want to be released, hopefully after your trial, you might need to not focus on getting bail. Let's focus on the trial. Maybe his attorneys were able to get him to understand that. Like the video, like the video. Let's continue.
Become the latest judge to deny him bail. Well, as Judge Subramanian wrote in his order, the court finds that the government has shown by clear and convincing evidence, so it's a lower standard, that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. So first, he says, aside from all the heinous allegations in the indictment, Subramanian, he cites the 2016 videotape as evidence of Combs' violence and his dangerousness. This is important in a bail analysis. Second, Subramanian ruled that Combs presents a serious risk of witness tampering, like improperly contacting a grand jury witness and trying to cover it up. Third, Subramanian says that Combs violated the Bureau of Prisons regulations in the MDC when he was making these three-way phone calls or using other inmates' phone access codes. He broke the rules while in the MDC while he was seeking bail, and when he knew the government had already alleged he was reaching out to witnesses and engaging in obstructive conduct, yet Subramanian says he does this. Fourth, this was interesting, Subramanian actually took issue with what he perceived to be Sean Combs' lawyers misrepresenting to the court about whether or not Combs' legal pads in his jail unit were actually labeled legal or not. This is with respect to a separate inquiry on whether his rights were violated when photos were taken.
Yeah, remember that? If you don't remember that, go back and look at my video in regards to whether his note said legal or not legal. But then what they told the judge, like the video, let's continue. Fair use, reaction clip.
Speaking of those legal pads, it seemed to be the suggestion that the defense might not have been so accurate about when or if those pads were labeled legal or not, so it's a bit of a problem there.
Yep.
Even though Sean Combs presented a bail package of $50 million and private security to monitor him on house arrest, Judge Subramanian wrote the court doubts the sufficiency of any conditions that place trust in Combs and individuals in his employ, like a private security detail, to follow those conditions. So in other words, he might influence that security detail. They can't be trusted either. And here's the final point. Combs is in a different position than Mike Jeffries, the former CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch, who was also recently arrested and charged with federal sex trafficking crimes in New York. Why? The issue with Jeffries was that he was less a danger on the outside versus a flight risk, and he had no criminal history. And the allegations there stemmed from a decade ago, and he's 80 years old, and there's no RICO or racketeering allegations. So he really can't be compared with Sean Combs. There's no way to ensure...
See, I was wondering if the cases were very similar. He doesn't have a RICO attached to his name like Diddy does. Let's continue. Fair use, reaction clip.
Combs wouldn't be a danger on the outside or essentially follow the rules. That's the bottom line. Okay, so now that he's locked up, it does seem clear there's one thing he's probably going to do, and that is review evidence in this case. That leads me to another update here. So you remember there was this whole back and forth about how and when Combs could use a laptop to review evidence while he's locked up at the MDC. Well, Judge Subramanian recently ordered that the MDC must give Combs access to the Discovery laptop 7 days per week from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. This can be in his unit's visiting room or in his unit's VTC room, the video teleconference room. And the purpose, by the way, of this Discovery laptop, the judge said, is to review Discovery, not to take or store notes. And Judge Subramanian wrote that it's the court's understanding that the laptop has been preloaded with Discovery materials, but does not allow any functionality beyond reviewing those materials. If the defendant wishes for broader access to the Discovery laptop, his counsel should discuss the issue with the government, which should consider any reasonable proposals in good faith and work with BOP counsel and MDC staff to effectuate them. In other words, this was about Sean Combs wanting to take legal notes on the laptop. So it looks like he won't be allowed to do that just yet, but he does have access to this laptop at certain times and certain locations. And by the way, I'll also mention regarding Judge Subramanian's recent order, he ordered that the MDC can no longer turn over Sean Combs' attorney visitation forms to the government. And that was an issue. Combs' lawyers argued that the facility shouldn't just send over forms to the prosecutors, letting them know when Combs was meeting with his lawyers. The defense even argued that that was privileged. By the way, talking about Sean Combs in the MDC, he's going to be spending his first Christmas behind bars there. And according to People magazine, the meals he will be served on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day include Cornish hen, mac and cheese, baked chicken patty sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, potato chips, fruit. Now you might be saying, doesn't seem all that bad, but remember what Mark Agnifilo told reporters about the MDC.
Describe the conditions of...
So it is, the food is...
This is Diddy's lawyer speaking out. Like the video. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Please continue to subscribe and hit the notification bell and turn on the notification. Let's continue.
From what I've been told, it's way too hot in the summer. Sometimes there's no food at all in the winter. The toilet water's been known to freeze. It's violent. Someone like Mr. Combs, might be a target for certain things.
Also, I have some interesting updates about staffing in this criminal case. So first, Wendy Williams, remember him, the acting United States attorney for the Southern District of New York when these charges were first brought against Sean Combs? Well, He has officially resigned from the office, saying, "It is bitter in the sense that I'm leaving my dream job. I'm leading an institution I love that is filled with the finest public."
Damian Williams was the one that told us about the indictment charges. The black guy with the glasses that was standing behind the podium, he's resigning. Let's continue.
Public servants in the world. It is sweet in that I am confident I am leaving at a time when the office is functioning at an incredibly high level, upholding and exceeding its already high standard of excellence, integrity, and independence. So Edward Y. Kim has stepped up as acting United States Attorney, so we will see how this case progresses under Mr. Kim. Also, talking about the prosecution, Marine Ryan Comey, who led the prosecution against Ghislaine Maxwell, has now joined the prosecution team against Sean Combs as well. Remember, she's the daughter of former FBI Director James Comey. And let's not forget, Ghislaine Maxwell's case was a sex trafficking case. So again, good for them to get a prosecutor experienced in these kinds of prosecutions. And finally, one more update for you in Sean Combs' criminal case. Kind of a tangential note, may or may not have an impact or effect on Combs' criminal case, but I want to bring it up nonetheless. So Sean Combs' alleged drug mule, Brendan Paul, who was arrested for cocaine and marijuana possession right after the raids.
Now, it's going to be reported that his drug mule, the charges were dropped. I'm surprised about that. Are you guys surprised about that? Like the video, like the video. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. A judge, jury will have to decide if there's any wrongdoing on Diddy's part. He's innocent until proven guilty. I have to say that in my video. Let's continue. Are you surprised that the drug mule charges was dropped? Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew. Let's get the likes up, you guys. We only have 34 likes, and there's been thousands in the video. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes to 100, please. Double tap the screen, please. There's about 133. If I can please get 100 people to just double tap the screen. To hit the like button is free, free, free. Let's continue.
On Combs' properties, apparently won't face any jail time. And this is a guy who was accused in a lawsuit against Combs of being someone who procured drugs and paid off sex workers for Sean Combs.
Allegedly.
This is from that sexual assault and sex trafficking lawsuit filed by Combs' former producer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones. Well, it turns out, after Paul was arrested at the Miami Opa-locka Executive Airport, allegedly trying to board Combs' private jet and was caught with the drugs, state prosecutors decided to only prosecute him for the cocaine possession, but he was offered a deal. If he completed a drug diversion program, the possession charge would be dropped. And that's an option that's usually given to first-time offenders. And then just this week, 9 months after he was arrested, Paul had his final charge dropped. According to court records, he completed that pretrial diversion program, which included a drug substance abuse course.
Wow.
And it makes me wonder if he had this deal potentially worked out as a way for him to testify against Sean Combs at a criminal trial. We have no evidence to suggest that per se, but if you take allegations from Jones that this guy was involved in around nefarious activities, and of course, sex work and drugs are key elements in this prosecution, makes you wonder. But that's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you so much for
I am shocked that his charges were dropped. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. I surely appreciate it. Let's see if there was anything else that was updated that I need to cover. Yeah, I'm surprised Brandon Paul's charges was dropped. I am. I'm just being honest. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here. We're going to generally listen to the court hearing when he was in court. Let me, hold on one second. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Just setting up the next video.
Headline taking place in New York City, and the pretrial hearing continuing on in this Sean Diddy Combs case. A pretrial hearing taking place some 138 days before trial. Let's be joined right now
about
here
3 days
on the
ago
ground in New York by Fox 5's Lisa Evers. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. What can you tell us about what took place inside that courtroom today?
Well, Andy, everything so far is going very smoothly, but you can be sure that's going to change in the months ahead as they get close to that May trial date. But Sean Diddy Combs got a break today from the dismal lockdown atmosphere of the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn by appearing here in federal court for this pretrial hearing in his federal sex trafficking RICO case. Now, he won't be going home for the holidays. He's been denied bail 3 times. That didn't stop him from hugging every single member of his legal team. And let me show you some of the video from today. His son, Christian Combs, who he's very close to and actually created music and some hit songs with, known professionally as King Combs, was once again at the federal court to support his dad, flying in from Los Angeles to let his father know he was still in his corner and to show everyone that he was standing by him. Coming into the courtroom, the disgraced music mogul, Diddy looked a little rough around the edges compared to how he usually has been looking in these court appearances. His hair longer than normal, his tan prison shirt wrinkled, his face looked like he'd lost weight. But as soon as he turned around and saw his son in the audience with his friends, he broke into a big smile, sent him a heart and a kiss. Now, during the hearing, both prosecution and defense teams said the exchange of evidence, which is going on on now, Andy, as you know, this is the discovery phase, so they're sharing evidence back and forth. Diddy looking at that evidence on a laptop prosecutors gave him that he can look at and have access to in the jail. The prosecution will most likely be allowed to present that horrific video we all saw of Diddy beating Cassie Ventura in the hotel hallway, images that many say are impossible to unsee or forget. That video is pivotal to prosecutors who are trying to portray Diddy as a violent man capable of running this sex trafficking enterprise. It presents a challenge for his defense.
There's about 204 in the building. If I could please get about 200 people to please subscribe and thank you. We're trying to hit 34K. Continue to hit the like button. Fair use reaction clip.
Team 2. Here's what legal commentator and criminal defense attorney Philip Hamilton had to say on the subject. He is not connected with a particular case. Here's his comment.
And if at the end of the day, they don't like your client, maybe they're not listening to your defense because their minds have already been made up. So the defense is certainly going to have to jump the PR hurdle here in order to be able to effectuate what it is that Diddy wants, which is a win. And that in many respects is going to take a lot of energy out of them. But with the defense team that he's put together, I don't have any doubt that they have the competency and the ability to fight at the highest of levels for him.
And he does, Andy, have a very high-powered legal defense team, 5 people in court every single time that we're seeing them, many more behind the scenes. But prosecutors also have a very tough team, top-notch, as well as mountains of evidence. And Andy, one of the other things that's interesting about this is I asked our legal expert, Hamilton, about all of these civil cases that just continue to mount. We hear, it seems almost every week, of a new one being filed. He said that that's bad news for Diddy, of course, because it's distracting him and his legal team. They have to answer these cases. But for prosecutors, it's actually giving them more potential leads for witnesses that they can bring before a jury to show the magnitude of what they say was an ongoing criminal enterprise of sex trafficking. Andy?
All right, very, very interesting as this case continues on. You mentioned the discovery phase. I want to ask you, because you've also mentioned that it's running smoothly as of yet, and we know the holidays are here in New York, very bustling this time of year. What are we expecting over the next couple of weeks in terms of this case? Does everyone get a...
Let's hear what's forthcoming. Please like the video. Please like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Please don't forget to subscribe to the page. Please don't forget to subscribe to the page. Continue to hit the like button. Continue to hit the like button. There's about 154 in the building. The like should be at about 100. Please continue to double tap that screen. If you're watching from a phone, double tap the screen, please. Thank you, thank you. We're at 43 likes. Please double tap the screen. Thank you, thank you. If you're watching from a phone, it's just a double tap to hit the like button. If you're watching from a tablet, it's just double tapping the screen to hit the like button. If you're watching from TV, of course, you have to hit the thumbs up above or below the video. Let's get the likes up, you guys. Let's continue.
Make during this period?
Well, they get a little bit of a break. Of course, Diddy doesn't. He's locked down at the Metropolitan Detention Center, the notorious MDC, we call it. But in terms of the legal team, they're still going to be working because the judge gave them until New Year's Eve, December 31st, to give each, for each side to give the other side all of the evidence that they have gathered. Now, there are terabytes of digital evidence, and it keeps pouring in. And then also, Andy, but there's a big X factor here, and that is the ongoing criminal investigation, the ongoing grand jury that is hearing new evidence. So there can be a superseding indictment, meaning more charges, possibly more co-conspirators added at any particular time. So I think there was an effort today to get things smooth and on track and keep it that way through the holidays. But I think as we get closer to that May trial date, we can start to see some fireworks erupting in that courtroom as they fight over what that jury is going to be able to see and not be able to see. Andy?
Yeah, that is a very good point. This case might be decided even before the jury walks in the room in terms of what is allowed in this case. Lisa Evers, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now for Punctuate Reporting, as always.
That was some great information, you guys. Like the video, like the video. I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate you guys listening. We're just doing a general update in regards to Diddy, in regards to the mule getting released from those charges. Let's see. Okay. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I appreciate everyone for being here. I'm just setting up the next clip. Hold on one second. Like the video, like the video. Don't forget, we're trying to hit 34K, so please subscribe and turn on the notification bell.
So we are covering this live hearing that is happening downtown in federal court in Manhattan regarding Sean Diddy Combs. There was a hearing, short hearing between the prosecution, the defense, and the judge regarding evidence, regarding discovery in this case. And it seems it's progressing its way towards a May 5th, 2025 trial date. But I'm not going to talk about it myself. I want to bring on Elizabeth Milner, who is actually in that courthouse for us. Elizabeth, so good to see you. So 2 things for you. A, if you could briefly describe what the scene looked like, and more specifically, what did you observe of Sean Combs, who was in that courtroom? And B, What happened in court? What were the big takeaways?
Hey, Jesse. Great to see you as always. Today was a little bit different in that I got to the courthouse got inside the courthouse, I should say, about 15 minutes before 1 p.m. That shows you how early I was in there. And I was actually surprised to see less amount of journalists there kind of waiting for this hearing to get started. And so, comparing that to last hearing where it was just a ton of journalists just waiting to get inside that courtroom, this time was completely different in that it was probably about less than 20 journalists altogether. So when we were all kind of ushered up into the 15th floor this time, as opposed to the top floor like the last hearing, it was a lot smaller courtroom, but still the similar makeup of the courtroom. So you have one side where it's going to be Diddy's family members, it's going to be the general public, maybe some extra defense lawyers or those who work for the defense side, at least. I'm kind of sitting over to the left side, and then on the right side where I was sitting, it's going to be all flooded with journalists as well as some other members of the prosecution team who kind of help with that case as well too. And so we all went up to the courtroom probably around 1:45 today. We're waiting to get this hearing started. It was interesting too because this time around, Diddy was brought in first. He was brought in about a couple minutes after 2 p.m. today, and we were all kind of waiting to see. We had heard mumblings that his mom might be in courtroom, that we were waiting for the children, but then nothing happened. But then, in another twist and turn, the children do walk in, but this time it was a lot smaller bunch than it was the last time. So last time you were having all of Diddy's children, except with the exception of Love, who is just a 2-year-old child, so she wasn't at court. But you had all of Diddy's children there except Love. But this time around, you just had Justin Combs and Christian Combs, meaning that there was no Quincy there today. Delilah and Jesse weren't there. Chance wasn't there, and the caretakers of his younger children who aren't of age just yet, they were not present inside the courtroom as well today. But his mom also wasn't in court today. So when Diddy came inside, it was still that standard issued NBC jumpsuit. He's wearing khaki. From that video of, I think that was obtained by Daily Mail back in September, of Diddy playing hacky sack in Central Park, to now he appeared just astonishingly thinner, which you can expect to be inside a federal detention center for a couple months now. A lot different from the luxury lifestyle that he was living before, but he appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. He appeared grayer a little bit as well too, but again, he appeared just like how you would expect Diddy to appear for a hearing. He when he came inside the courtroom, he
Like the video. I had to stop it. It wouldn't let me pause it. Hold on.
2025 trial date, but I'm not going to talk about it myself. I want to bring on Elizabeth Milner.
Like the video.
For a hearing.
There it is. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Please like the video as you guys come in. We're just hearing updates from about 3 days ago from Law Crimes, what was happening in the courtroom. Like the video as you guys come in. Let me rewind some of it.
Chance wasn't there, and the caretakers of his younger children who aren't of age just yet, they were not present inside the courtroom as well today. But his mom also wasn't in court today. So when Diddy came inside, it was still that standard issued NBC jumpsuit. He's wearing khaki. From that video of, I think that was obtained by Daily Mail back in September, of Diddy playing hacky sack in Central Park, to now he appeared just astonishingly thinner, which you can expect to be inside a federal detention center for a couple months now. A lot different from the luxury lifestyle that he was living before, but he appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. He appeared grayer a little bit as well too, but again, he appeared just like how you would expect Diddy to appear for a hearing. He when he came inside the courtroom, he hugged his attorneys. He especially hugged Anthony Rico. Then he had hugged Alexandra Shapiro as well too. But then he kept kind of looking at the gallery. Now again, this was at a point where Diddy's sons Justin and Christian weren't inside the courtroom just yet, but instead, whenever they came inside the courtroom, and again, this was after Diddy was already sitting down at the defense table, he looked back immediately. He smiled. He beamed up. He waved at at his two sons, and just kind of gave them like kind of a little bit of, it's a good to see you type of feeling. That's what I was gathering from inside that courtroom. Now, again, I want to remind our viewers that when we're inside federal court, again, there's no cameras, which Jesse, I'm sure you've already mentioned that part. But, even for us journalists, with the exception of some who get a special permission of that, we just are relying on a notebook, a notepad, a pen, a pencil in order to kind of take notes to see what is all going on. I can't even take my Apple Watch inside that courtroom whenever there's a hearing. I have to turn that in. I have to turn my laptop in. Of course, I have to turn my phone in. So we're kind of just eye-watching everything that's going on. Now, when Christian and Justin came inside that courtroom, they were actually sitting just right across from me over on the left side of the gallery. So what I was seeing from both of his sons was a little bit of leg shaking, what I perceived to be a little prayer right before the hearing had actually started as well too. But again, I think their focus was maintaining a good face for their father, being supportive of their father, which you expect at this point because they've attended pretty much all of the hearings so far, with the exception of that emergency hearing that happened, I believe, back in October now. But then they kind of just sat and just kind of listened to what was all kind of happening. Again, that court hearing was pretty quick. It was about 30 minutes long. I think all of us were kind of surprised that the hearing did last that short amount of time as opposed to last hearing, which was about 2 hours or so. But, as our viewers kind of want to get an inside glimpse of what you see at a federal courtroom, you're going to see the defense table and then you're going to see the prosecution table right in front. So it's not like how we see in normal trials where it's like right across from each other. It's like the defense, it is the prosecution.
Thanks for tuning in. We're just doing an update of what was happening in his last court hearing. This was about 3 days ago. Like the video. Please subscribe. We're trying to hit 34K. If I can get 145 to please subscribe and thank you. If I could please get 80 people to double tap the screen to hit the like button. If you're watching from a tablet or a phone, you could just double tap the screen to hit the like. Thanks for tuning in. Fair use reaction clip. Also, press 3 if you're new where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before where you're watching from. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Let's continue.
And then, of course, you're going to have the judge on the bench, and you're going to have the court sketch artist and the person who's kind of transcribing all of what is going on. But that is pretty much the inside glimpse of what I got from inside that courthouse.
And just let's and appreciate that. That's a really vivid description of what it looks like. Because
be kind in the comments. No weird comments over here. I will time you out. Be kind in the comments. No weird comments. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Like the videos you guys come in.
We don't have cameras in that courtroom, and there's no cameras expected in that courtroom as this trial progresses, even though there are a lot of people watching this and following it. So just to go back, what were some of the main takeaways about what happened today? What was the discussion about, and where are we left? Where does this case go? What was being decided between the prosecution, the defense, and ultimately the judge?
So now we're about to hear what's forthcoming. Like the video, continue to hit the likes. Let's get the likes up. We should definitely be at 100 likes right now by you guys. The likes should match the views. The likes should match the views. Let's hit the like button. Thank you. Just a double tapping of a screen. Thank you. If you've already subscribed, thank you. Let's continue.
Yeah, Jesse, it was a lot of just discovery material, which isn't the most fun topic to really talk about, if we're being honest here a little bit. So a lot of things was just turning over evidence, what time frame that evidence will be turned in. And so from what, so the government says that they're on track to produce the discovery by the end of the year, meaning December 31st. They say the investigation is still ongoing. They said that they pulled all the text messages from Combs as well as victim one in this case. And then they're kind of proceeding as quickly as possible when it comes to that superseding indictment. So the government was trying to make it clear that, they're still in the process of doing the investigation. It still seems like the superseding indictment is still lingering on in the case. But it was also interesting, too, because, we have covered a number of stories about kind of the response from the defense side and kind of talking with the prosecution here. But I noticed whenever I was inside that courtroom that there was a lot of chumminess going on. There was a lot of laughs, a little bit of giggles coming from Mark Agnifilo talking with the prosecutors right before the hearing had started. So they seemed, you wouldn't think that they're in this kind of, fiery battle or anything about the case. They seem pretty chummy. They seem very cordial. And they both sides seem to have respected each other in terms of turning over that evidence, making sure that every deadline is hit and that type of sort. Now, there was a pending motion that the judge did bring up that, at the time, Judge Submaranian did mention that he wanted to keep, he was possibly thinking about denying that motion, but instead what he did was the defense time.
I have to go forward a little bit. The music. There was a car that pulled up. Hold on one second.
Listen, Elizabeth, that is incredibly helpful, and also it's great that somebody drove by with a great taste in music as well. That's a side note, but I will say now we kind of know where this is going. I'm still surprised this is headed towards a May trial date. We shall see what happens. Elizabeth Milner, thank you so much for going down to the courthouse, reporting back to us, and great.
So that was great reporting from Law Crimes. Like the video. What do you guys think about the whole Jay-Z situation? Those are just different allegations. A lot of us have seen the different allegations in regards to Jay-Z. A lot of the information in regards to that, some of it's, how do I say it? She said that she gave some information. I don't know. The dad can't confirm or deny. He don't recall taking the girl and he don't recall picking the girl up. So the concern in regards to the recent lawsuit about Jay-Z, we heard the video. If you didn't check out the video, check out my video from earlier this week. We talked about it. We seen her interview. We played it. I want to say Monday, Tuesday. She talked about going to the event. It was a 5-hour drive. Allegedly, her friend left her there. Why would your friend leave you there? After you left from the situation, All her comments are alleged. Can't confirm or deny, but it's interesting that when you left and you got to the gas station, nobody called the police. That's interesting to me. No one tried to get you help. You're waiting for your father for 5 hours and you don't call and ask them to call the police. You don't go to the hospital within those 5 hours. You don't ask the attendant to shut the gas station down to take you to emergency. That's interesting to me. So no police and the father can't confirm or deny. That's why people are side-eyeing the allegations about Diddy and Jay-Z in regards to this 13-year-old. Over here, we definitely do try and believe victims in regards to the allegations as told. Go check out the young girl's interview. She was 13, her allegations, and she said that she had made, I guess they did the update in regards to the case. But she's saying that what she feels is factual, but a lot of things that we're hearing. And then if you did not catch too, if you did not hear, Diddy's lawyer did a video, I want to say either it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and we went over that too. And he was saying that Diddy and Jay-Z were at two well-known establishments and the time frames just aren't adding up. So it's just interesting. It's concerning. I wouldn't want anybody making any false accusations about me. Like I said, a judge jury will have to decide if there's any wrongdoing on Diddy or Jay-Z's side. Jay-Z innocent. Jay-Z and Diddy are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So let's continue. Let me see. Oh, the one I wanted to play, I think it just... Hold on. Like the video, like the video. Like the video. Okay, here we go.
Hands for his pretrial hearing. Disgraced hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs back in court today. The rapper appearing in a beige smock and pants for his pretrial hearing. Federal prosecutors are saying that they were on track to disclose all of the available evidence to the defense by the end of the year. Well, Diddy has been held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn following his arrest in September in a federal sex trafficking case. Last week, Combs abandoned what was his fourth attempt to get released on bail. Joining me for more on this is ABC News senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky. So, Aaron, I know you just essentially left that courtroom. So what do we know about today's hearing?
Well, the prosecutors said they would disclose every evidence that's in their possession by the end of the year. So by December 31st, the defense should have everything. And then the case is going to move toward trial in the spring of next year. Before that, the defense says it wants some clarity from the prosecutors about the scope of Combs's alleged criminal conduct, because right now, defense attorney Mark Agnifilo said the racketeering allegations that Combs faces, the defense believes are a little vague. Beyond that, Kana, the trial set for May 5th is on. And if there are going to be any additional charges, prosecutors today...
Like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We're trying to hit 34K. Thanks for subscribing if you already subscribed. Let's continue to hit the like button by double tapping the screen. And any super chats are welcome. $3, $5, $10. Any super chats are welcome. We also have memberships available.
Did not
Let's continue.
tip their hand,
Fair use.
only telling the judge that any additional charges that are brought would not involve a lot of discovery, meaning there wouldn't be a lot of additional evidence that the defense would have to go through. So in the prosecutor's view, there would be no delay, even if Diddy ends up facing additional charges.
Okay, and do we know anything more about these latest allegations, right, from these three male accusers?
Oh, this was in a civil case filed, a week or two ago when these three men alleged that in separate incidents between 2019 and 2022 that Combs sexually... Fair use.
Somebody's sick of what? If you don't want to listen to what's being said, go somewhere else. Do your own video. Like the video. Let's continue. Be kind in the comments. I will time you out. Don't be disrespectful. It's a Sunday morning. We should be talking positive and being positive. Don't be rude. Go somewhere else with that. Like the video. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks to all that are considerate. Thanks for watching. Let's continue. Fair use.
They assaulted them. One took place at allegedly Diddy's home in East Hampton, New York, out on Long Island. The others occurred in different hotel rooms. But the premise was the same, according to the men's complaints. They were brought to see Combs for one reason or other, whether it was a party. One guy worked for him and apparently was owed money. They were offered drinks that the men believe were spiked with some kind of drug.
Alleged.
They got woozy, passed out, and when they woke up, they say that Combs was sexually assaulting them. Combs denies all of those allegations. He has called the men liars, and he says he has not sexually assaulted anyone.
All right.
Okay, everyone. So that is the topics I wanted to cover. I'm going to play this clip because more people are coming in. We're going to listen to what she has to say.
How in 1 year, Diddy's whole life fell apart. In November 2023, Diddy was having a birthday party in London. He was celebrating his 54th with Naomi Campbell, Idris Elba, and Janet Jackson. He had just released his latest album and was on top of the world. Behind the scenes, there were signs that Diddy's life was about to start crumbling. Negotiations were failing between Combs and his ex, R&B singer Cassie Ventura. 1 week later, she filed a lawsuit that would change the course of his life. The lawsuit detailed an alleged cycle of physical and sexual abuse. Over the next couple of months, 5 people came forward accusing Combs of sex trafficking, sexual assault, or rape. By March, it was feds were looking into him too. Around the same time, Macy's dropped his clothing line, Sean John, from stores. And by January, Diageo had ended his lucrative partnerships over Ciroc Vodka and DeLeon Tequila. On September 16th, 2024, Combs was arrested in New York City by federal prosecutors. The federal indictment alleges that for decades, he used threats, violence, and drugs to coerce women into sex. Combs has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, but for now, he remains behind bars. The Bad Boy founder faces anywhere from 15 years to life in prison.
Y'all let me know.
Let's take a look at the timeline of how in 1 year, Diddy's whole life fell apart. In November 2020...
Let's get to this clip where they're talking about the children arriving. Hold on 1 second. And I hope they were kind to the children. When the children arrived, it looks like there was a lot of police around the children when they arrived. Of course, it was a black SUV. So that's the video of the children showing up to court. Of course, the twins weren't there. The other daughter, Chance, wasn't there. The mom wasn't there. Of course, they may not be able to attend every court hearing, but Justin and Christian are definitely standing by their father, which they should. Like the video, like the video, like the video. Let me see if there was something else I wanted to cover. Yes, I did want to talk about the Blac Chyna situation.
Mm-hmm. How does that feel?
It feels good. Clear. In the past, when I would try to do my sobriety, I would relapse. I would get up to like 4 months, 6 months. But this time, I just let it ride out. And the things that normally would trigger me, I just cut it out. Because you have to put yourself first, and then you have to worry about the people around you. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, how can you take care of somebody else? Working out, you know, eating good, actually. I don't know, I'll be cooking.
Yeah. Well, you're a testament that it works.
It does incredible. It works.
Blac Chyna actually looks amazing,
2
you
years
guys.
sober. Mm-hmm. How does that feel?
It feels good. Clear. In the past, when I would try to do my sobriety,
She looks amazing. Since she took out the fillers, she's been doing well. If you did not know, she recently got engaged. I want to say last month she was engaged. Now, there is a young lady that's making different accusations. Don't know what's going to happen in regards to that, but she looks amazing. Her skin looks great. She took out the fillers. She's been trying to be sober. Her mom was out and about feeding the needy and hungry on Thanksgiving. And then Chloe had to enter the chat making comments. And Blac Chyna went in on Chloe. I did a few videos on that. I did a few shorts on that. Why would Chloe make the comment she made when their show tried to put a homeless and needy person on the show just to give them ratings? So Blac Chyna, mom, Tokyo Tony went in on Chloe. Chloe never should have bothered her. She shouldn't have been in those comments making that comment. She shouldn't have. And if you go back, check out my video in regards to the whole situation, in regards to them trying to utilize Dream to make money. Yes, my feelings, that's my opinion. Chloe, Kris Jenner, Dream, and True would do different commercials together. Why wasn't Rob there? Where's Rob? Why wasn't Blac Chyna there? Where's Blac Chyna? In making commercials with the daughter. There's been several. Go check it out. I don't think that it should have been. If Dream is going to be in commercials, she should be in commercials with her mom or her dad. Period. And I've been calling it out from day one. Dream was in a commercial with True, Kris Jenner, and Chloe. There was a butter commercial. Then there was another commercial that they did together. And then she did a commercial in regards to some kind of tablet or something. Black China and Rob should be in commercials with their daughter. Period. I get that True spends a lot of time with Dream. I get that. They're almost probably like sisters. But Black China is the mom. And I think there's a trademark issue, possibly. And Tokyo Tony speaks about that too. Now, whether Black China has the trademark over her daughter, or Rob has the trademark over his daughter, or has that been given to the K's and the J's? And is that something that Black China is going to have to fight? Also, in regards to the case, regards to Black China and the K's and the J's, the camera should have been able to be in there. Reporters should have been able to be in there. That whole case seems interesting. Black China should have been able to keep the show without Rob. If they had a toxic relationship, they never should have had a show anyway. And Kendall Jenner spoke about that. Why are you guys putting them on camera when you know they're toxic? I did a video on that too. Because they were looking at money. But as soon as Black China didn't want to deal with the Rob situation, and she did try and help him, it's just sometimes toxic relationships should not be on camera. Period. So if you guys agree of how that court hearing went, it's interesting. I still have a lot of those documents. Rob is something else. Rob talks a lot of stuff about his sisters too. I think that's the other reason why they wanted him off TV, because he would have been shading them and he would have been telling the truth. And he would have been like, okay, just kind of, Rob speaks like North. North will tell Kim the truth. She'll shade her. Why are you using that voice? Da 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 da. So Rob is very upfront. And I don't think they like that, because Rob will speak up. If they're shading or if they're fake, Rob will speak up. So I'm happy to see Black China doing well.
I would get up to like 4 months, 6 months, but this time I just let it ride out. And the things that normally would trigger me, I just cut it out. Because you have to put yourself first, and then you have to worry about the people around you. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, how can you take care of somebody else? Working out, you know, eating good, actually. I don't know, I'll be cooking.
Yeah. Well, you're a testament that it works.
It does
incredible.
It works.
2 years sober. Mm-hmm. How does that feel?
It feels good. Clear. In the past, when I would try to do my sobriety, I would relapse. I would get up to like 4 months, 6 months. But this time, I just let it ride out. And the things that normally would trigger me, I just cut it out. Because you have to put your...
You can like what you like. But I seen that, you know, smaller businesses, the K's and the J's will try and copy, you know, how some of these men are in a relationship with the K's and the J's. It's concerning. You can like who you like, but how they treat people. Black China was close with Kim, and Kylie started dating Tyga. Is that not a concern? And Kylie was dating Tyga at what age? Black China was cool with Kim. And then you had alleged Tristan Thompson left his girlfriend. He started dating Larsa Pittman. Larsa allegedly took Tristan to a party. And then 10 days later, 15 days later, Chloe was dating him. So the K's and the J's like to date some of their friends' men or hang out with some of their friends' men. And then look at Lamar. He's doing a little bit better now. Look at Kanye. Oh my goodness. You know, I can go on and on. Look at Scott, his highs and lows. I can go on and on. So you can like who you like, but there's a concern. There ain't no and. There's a concern there. And a lot of times after Kim dates guys, she likes to continuously talk about them. The guys want to be able to move on. Concerning Pete. I can go on and on. How many people have they dated? And look at the situation in regards to the mother can date someone for 8 or 10 years. The young girls, be kind in the comments. I will remove you. You're not going to be rude to me. Huh. Goodbye. You ain't gonna be rude to me. This is my show. Go over to your own show. If you like to kiss their behind, go right ahead. Not here. I see how they treat people. I see how they talk to people. I see it. I see how small businesses are affected. What? You got the wrong one, baby. But like the video, like the video. There are people that still like. They're losing subscribers. Look at how many people they've dated. Kim has dated how many? Kim, the Ray J situation. So no. Yep. Yep. Like the video, like the video. Be kind, be kind. Be kind in the comments. We'll time you out. So we're just talking hot topics, trending topics. You don't want to be here. You don't have to be here. We're talking hot topics, trending topics. It's interesting. I'm giving kudos to Black China, and they come in. They're trying to say XYZ. So congratulations to Black China for being sober and doing well. And then you look at how Kylie was trying to copy Black China soon after. Let's continue. Like the video, like the video. We're just talking hot topics, trending topics. We already talked about Tiger Woods and his son. We already talked about that. We already talked about Travis Hunter. Kanye, Kim. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Exact moment Kim Kardashian knew the exact moment her marriage was over. It was so simple, yet 90% of couples today miss it. So here's how you can avoid it too. Watch this clip from 2019 versus 2021. See how her eyes change when he speaks. That's emotional exhaustion. But everyone missed the real red flag because everyone was focused on the drama. In therapy, we call this point of no return in a relationship. Your partner's growth becomes your grief. Kim kept evolving, law school, business growth, and Kanye resisted her changes. The support becomes control. Look at these three moments. The Met Gala outfit.
Like the video, like the video. Thanks for tuning in.
TikTok debate. Notice the pattern. It's not about the clothes or social media. It's about control, disguised as care. The lesson for you, when someone makes you choose between growing and keeping them happy, they're telling you they love who you were and not who you're becoming. And that's the real reason the relationship ends. Because Kim...
That's very interesting that he said that. Because we could see the difference in regards to Kim Kanye, how there was a separation. He moved. Remember, wasn't he living in Utah? He was living somewhere apart from Kim. Remember how he tried to live closer to the kids? And Kim didn't like that. She was basically didn't like that. When she was dating Pete, remember? How Kanye allegedly went to support her on SNL. And then she kissed Pete. And then her and Pete just started dating. This channel knows about those K's and J's, baby. They will do a lot to trend and go viral. They will do a lot to get next to somebody that's trending and going viral. Kim does creepy stuff. She wants to go viral when other people are going viral. She doesn't want people to have their moment. I've talked about that several times. Last year, Katy Perry, Usher was trending. Katy Perry was trending. Adele was trending. Kai Cenat and Kanye stuff was trending. Kim wanted to get next to Kai Cenat. She wants to be next to people that are trending. She doesn't want other people to trend over her. She wants to be added to situation when they're trending. So this is the biggest thing. Kanye, people are like, wow, where's Kanye? What happened to Kanye? It's sad. I told y'all, divorce is not easy for people. Divorce is not easy for people. It's sad that Kanye has changed, but Kanye's making his choices now. He's not with Kim. Kanye's not with Bianca. But look at how Kanye's dressing Bianca. Look at how Kanye was dressing Julia Fox. So there's some concerns there. There's some concerns there. The people that they knew in regards to Kanye, Ye, whatever, he's got so many different lawsuits that's pending. So concerning. It's sad. And it's very interesting how Kim and Ray J seek that media attention. Look at how Ray J's been trending in the last 4 months. And look what he's been trending for. Look at how Kim wants to trend. Look at how Kim puts North in the media. Concerning. Stop playing with me. Go look at the videos. Check out the videos in regards to Kim Kardashian, in regards to North, in regards to the outfit she puts on her, in regards to the information they release on North. Concerning. So concerning. Kim putting North in similar outfits. Let's go back to the Balenciaga thing. So concerning. Yep. Oh, I don't need to mind nothing. I could do what I want. This is my page. What is wrong with people Sunday morning? I could do whatever I want. I could do whatever I want. I could say whatever I want. Don't be mad because I'm giving my opinion about these K's and J's. She seeks media attention. She does. She seeks media attention. People are side-eyeing Kim and people are side-eyeing Kanye. So concerning. So concerning. So concerning. But it's all good. It's all good. I mean, it'd be different if they're out there not alleged copying people, not, insulting different cultures and race. Come on. Are people serious? People are unfollowing them. Go on certain pages. They're talking about they're losing subscribers, they're losing followers. Whenever Kim doesn't like when people say something, Kanye's the one that says when Kim needs media attention, clicks, and views, she'll help somebody that's already possibly alleged, possibly being released. And she wants to add her name to it towards the last 4 months of them possibly being released. And then she's like, oh, look what I did. Kanye was the one that told us about that, not us. Kanye had a lot to say about his ex-wife. But everyone's looking at how he treats Bianca too. So concerning. So I'm not just on that. I'm surprised Bianca's even staying with Kanye. Real talk. Real talk. I'm surprised she even staying with that dude. Then there was allegations that Kanye and Bianca were supposed to be breaking up, separating, but then they were spotted. And Kanye's been traveling the world. Some will say that Kanye may be traveling the world to try and avoid being served. Yep. You don't think he's in love with her? Ooh. Yeah, these Hollywood situations, that whole Balenciaga thing was just wow. That was in itself concerning. Yeah, these celebrities are something else. We're just doing hot topics, trending topics. Yeah. Kanye's gone through a lot. Kim's something else. It is what it is. Them K's and J's is something else. Those girls are expected to date. Period. Mothers teach your daughters different. Real talk. Real talk. You know what I mean? Let's be very clear. Look at how she's struggling to date. Go back. She was trying to add her name to Odell Beckham. Then Odell Beckham got traded. Then Odell Beckham's video regards to Odell Beckham. Go look it up. Odell Beckham, Justin Bieber, and Trey Songz. Go look that up. And then she said, oh, they're no longer together. Were they really together? Really? Anyway.
Knew the exact moment her marriage was over. It was so simple, yet 90% of couples today miss it. So here's how you can avoid it too. Watch this clip from 2019 versus 2021. See how her eyes change when he speaks. That's emotional exhaustion.
Emotionally exhausted. Let's continue. Like the video, like the video.
In therapy, we call this point of no return in a relationship. Your partner's growth becomes your grief. Kim kept evolving, law school, business growth, and Kanye resisted her changes. The support becomes control. Look at these three moments. The Met Gala outfit battle, the too sexy argument, the North TikTok debate. Notice the pattern. It's not
like the video, like the video.
For media, it's about control, disguised as care. The lesson for you, when someone makes you choose between growing and keeping them happy, they're telling you they love who you were and not who you're becoming. And that's the real reason the relationship ends. Because Kim Kardashian knew the exact...
In any relationship, don't let nobody control you. Don't let nobody tell you what to do. If you want to have growth, have growth. But was Kim K trying to go to law school because of her family having issues in regards to law issues? You got to remember, she was a part of the market issue. Go look it up. She was a part of some man allegedly helping and giving her money in Vegas. Go look that up. She had the Black China situation. Rob had the situation. That might be the reason why she did law school, so she could look things up to know how to assist and help her family. Real talk. And then she pops up with the law school stuff. Who shaded her? Somebody shaded her about a month ago, talking about Kim's been trying to go to law school for 5 to 7 years. And that's cool if that's the path she wants to take. You know what I'm saying? Growth and learning is a beautiful thing, but Kanye was the one that said she likes to add her name to people that's about to be released. That's what Kanye said, not me. So there's a video that shows the date in regards to them being together. I'm going to show that again. Hold on one second. And Kanye's experienced a lot. And remember how she was like, oh, the jury thing. I'm not going to wear jewelry no more. And here she is with Princess Diana jewelry. Like the video, like the video. Don't let nobody put you down in regards to your growth. But Kanye was the one that says she likes to add her names to people that's about to be released. Kanye went off. And I get why Kanye didn't like his daughter being on TikTok. I get why Kanye didn't want his daughter around Ice Spice. Everybody kept saying, that's what the media was saying. Why is Kim trying to allow the media and entertainers to entertain her daughter at a young age? Why isn't 2019, 2021? Why isn't she allowing entertainers that's famous to entertain her daughter? Why is it adults? Many people have talked about that. And that's a good question. Kanye's experienced a lot. Kim something else. Ray J something else too. And isn't it interesting how Kanye will hang out with Kim exes? Kanye's been spotted with Ray J. Them having conversation. Kanye's been spotted with Nick Cannon. The mom expects them to date. Look at the list of how many people Kim has dated. Alleged, they say, to constantly boost her career. Look at how many people Kendall has dated. Kim has even worn a shirt in regards to Kendall starting by. She shades her sisters. Look at how many people. Look at Chloe and Tristan's situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting, y'all. Let me see if there was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, there's another video that's talking about how Kim tried to add her name to Tom Brady. And Tom Brady was like, no, I'm going through a divorce. Why are you trying to add your name? I'm going through a divorce. Because sometimes they say stories are planted. They say stories are planted. They have alleged media people in their back pocket. So that's what some people say. I can't confirm or deny if they have people in the back pocket. But remember how there was the Tom Brady roast and how Kim was alleged booed? Remember that? Remember that? Like the video, like the video.
Knew the exact moment her marriage was over. It was so simple, yet 90% of couples today miss it. So here's how you can avoid it too. Watch this clip from 2019 versus 2021. See how her eyes change when he speaks. That's emotional exhaustion. But everyone missed the real red flag because everyone was focused on the drama. In therapy, we call this point of no return in a relationship. Your partner's growth becomes your grief. Kim kept evolving, law school, business growth, and Kanye resisted her changes. The support becomes control. Look at these three moments. The Met Gala outfit battle, the too sexy argument, the North TikTok debate. Notice the pattern. It's not about the clothes or social media. It's about control, disguised as care. The lesson for you, when someone makes you choose between growing and keeping them happy, they're telling you they love who you were and not who you're becoming. And that's the real reason the relationship ends. Because Kim...
Like the video, like the video.
Kim Kardashian knew the exact moment her marriage was over. It was so simple, yet 90% of couples today miss it. So here's how you can avoid it too. Watch this clip from...
So there's that. There's the Diddy situation.
Diddy party that he threw for Meek Mill's birthday in 2014, and it has some pretty disturbing details. Now, right after this, Meek went off on X/Twitter, so I'll give you a quick rundown of the article, and then I'll show you what he said.
What did you say? That's gross. That's not even me. When people say weird stuff like that, they're weird. I'm a good Christian woman. Period. First, let's start there. It's how they treat people. So I'm not going to ignore how they treat people. That's gross. When you make gross comments like that, that's weird and cringy. Go over to your page and do that weird, cringy stuff. I have a man, strong, powerful, black, successful man. Yuck. That's ridiculous. And look at how they supported Balenciaga. That's weird in itself. Her daughter in a black... What do they call it? Whatever they call it. So check yourself before you wreck yourself. You better check yourself.
Footage has been released of a Diddy party that he threw for Meek Mill's birthday in 2014, and it has some pretty disturbing details. Now, right after this, Meek went off on X/Twitter, so I'll give you a quick rundown of the article, and then I'll show you what he said. So this party featured women dancing in masks, sushi served on a naked model, and Diddy paid $25K for this man. Footage has been released.
That's alleged. Yeah, the whole Balenciaga thing. Let me go back because evidently people still want to talk. Of course, the Balenciaga thing was horrible. It was disgusting. And then she got mad when people shaded her for not speaking up immediately. She was like, doggone, basically, doggone if I do, doggone if I don't. She was basically like, I wasn't in the ad. Then isn't she like the ambassador of Balenciaga? Check yourself. That is weird. You're not here to protect children. Look at how she go back and look at a video. Either it was this year, last year. Kim put North in a similar outfit as her. A crop top and a black skirt. North is like 9 or 10. Don't tell me that's not concerning. How you dress your daughter sometimes. How you put your daughter around adult entertainers sometimes, that's concerning. And then the Balenciaga thing. That in itself. And then how they try to utilize Dream, who's not Chloe's daughter. Yeah, she hangs with True a lot, but that's Black China and Rothschild. That's Black China and Rothschild. Why are you guys in an ad or commercial and not the mother and the father? That's all concerning. The K's and the J's like media attention. They do. And how they treat people is concerning. Period. It's being reported that when they had the Tom Brady roast, people didn't really know that she was showing up until she was like in the audience or the day before or hours before. They didn't want comedians writing jokes about her. And then alleged the booze was taken out of Netflix. She didn't like that people were booing her, but it was already out that somebody had recorded the TV of the Netflix special. She wants to trend, she wants to go viral, and she wants the attention when other people are going viral. She's something else. I'm just telling the truth. Don't be mad because people see how she is. If this was somebody that was other than her, then they'd be like, oh, no, they're losing followers. Will the show continue? I don't know. The resurface, same old stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that Chloe is the way she is in regards to Tristan. It's sad that Kim put up with Kanye stuff for years. How Kanye dresses Bianca. It's all interesting. The K's, J's, and Kanye. It's interesting. Why would Kanye want his girl out and about in the streets and she's not fully covered up? Do what you want to do in your home. But how he treated Kim, not cool. How Kim treats her exes when they break up, she still wants the media to cover and talk about them. And right now, she's not dating, but they're saying she is dating. She's saying she wants to keep it on a low. Yeah, because dudes probably don't want to, and a lot of us cover that. Dudes don't want to be a part of your story in the beginning, the end, and if they start dating somebody else, Kim allegedly likes for them to still put her in that situation. Yeah, it's a trip. Them K's and J's is a trip. Courtney got married, and what happened? Kim wanted to add herself to her beautiful story. Oh, you copied. Oh, you did this. You know, are you happy? Look how Kim treated her sister. Courtney is the only one that's married, and look how they treated Courtney. There ain't no way I'd be still cool with them. Kim, I wouldn't. Look how Kim treated Courtney. Kim wanted to add to her love story, period. But if that was Kim, Courtney wouldn't have been able to come close to Kim if Kim was getting married. And then they're stating that the whole the designer issue, how Kim allegedly took similar designs, and then people shaded her saying that was so last season. You liked, and this is the biggest thing. Some say they don't have straight up talent. Some say that, allege. Some say they like to copy people to trend and go viral. Some say that their team is so lazy. They copy and they reinvestigate and they investigate others. And then these small businesses struggle so much they can't sue them. They don't have the money. They're trying to focus on their small business. Go back and look at Kylie copying the lip design of others. Go back and look at that. Go back and look at how they used to promote different stuff. Go back and look at their credit card situation from years ago. There's so much stuff I could say. There's so much stuff I could say. And like I said, the mom can be with somebody for years, 5, 6, 7 years, but the girls are expected to date, period. And their media team, look at how they push them. Look at how they push them in the media. Real talk. So concerning. They want to be pushed in the media Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Sometimes Fridays they'll take a day off, but then here we come. Saturday, Sunday, here we go. Let's see what they'll try and trend and go viral for. So she had injured her finger, and then she was putting on makeup. She had to show everybody. And then last week or the week before, she injured her foot, and then she had to trend and go viral about that. Then allegedly she gave her person that's been assistant, she got her a car. She had to go trend and go viral for that. Kanye got that one vehicle. She had to go get one. Kai Cenat showed his robot. Kim had to show that she had a robot or was by a robot. She likes to copy people. She seeks stories. She likes, that person trended about that, let me do something similar. So then she can collab and add her story. Oh, Kim is trending just like, or Kim is doing, Their team is something else. They investigate who's trending, going viral, and then she wants to trend and go viral. Now, did she really get injured in regards to her finger? Did she really injure her foot? And then when she was showing her friend the car, she had on flat heels, but just last week you was on a scooter. So you don't have no crutch. You don't have you away from the scooter a few days later. Come on, y'all. A few days ago, you were scooting along on your scooter. Then you gifted your friend a vehicle, and you don't have the scooter by you. It's over there. See, that's the tripped out thing. That's the tripped out thing. They showed the scooter, but she wasn't even on the scooter. She had on flat shoes. And I don't know if she's on a boot or something, but you just had the scooter. I don't wish injury on anybody, but a lot of times in their season, they like to show health stuff in the beginning of their season. Chloe, her health situation. Go check it out. Chloe, her health situation. Don't wish health concerns on anybody. Oh, the mom in the last season or the season before, the mom, her health concerns her season. So they like to show different stuff to trend and go viral. They don't keep nothing private. Nothing. And then they try and overdo the Kanye stuff. The Kanye lawsuits, they don't want that to go, because they don't want the children to know about it. But Kanye has a lot of health concerns in regards to how we see him now, how he used to be 15, 20 years ago. Well wishes to Kanye. Well wishes to Kanye. A lot of us just wish he'd come back to, and then look at what Kanye said about the industry. Look at what Kanye said about Balenciaga. Then he had a warehouse of Balenciaga stuff because it was on sale. What? Are you serious? That whole Balenciaga thing, that's when people start side-eyeing this girl. Big time. And the family. And then she likes to paint herself in a situation of, oh, look at this error. Oh, look at this mistake. It's almost like, what did I used to call it? Mothers teach your daughters different. It's almost like, what did I used to call it? Benefits? Bloopers and benefits? Something like that. But yeah, they like the bloopers and benefits. But right now, Chloe's single, maybe still alleged. Kendall might be dating Timothy. Go look at the video. Kanye was in a picture with Timothy. Kanye was in a picture with, it was Kanye, Kid Cudi, Pete Davis, and Timothy. So now Kylie's dating Timothy. Kim was dating Pete. Come on. I know the history. Real talk. I do. Like the video, Yeah, they like to allege copy off small businesses. Look at Kylie's. Look at what Kylie has did. She did a noose necklace issue. She did almost alleged blackface. Remember that? That was concerning. I can go on and on. So concerning. So concerning how they treat. And then look at what Chloe did years ago. Chloe, in regards to had the women roped up in a Halloween costume. Go look at Khloe Kardashian Halloween costume with her friend Malika and Megan Good. Go look at that video. So they do concerning stuff. I'm the wrong one to make me think I don't know what I'm seeing. So concerning. What Kanye's doing so concerning, how Kim acts so concerning, how she puts North in the media. A mom normally protects their child from the media issues and drama, but Kim is trying to push North into the media. Check this out. Kim gave her son a page or a channel, and then he started posting stuff about Kamala, and Kim had to bring the channel down. He's less than 10 years old. Why are you trying? He's 8 or the Saint is about what? 7, 8, 9, and you trying to give him a channel for what? Mothers need to protect their children from media. Why aren't the K's and J's doing that? Because they seek media attention, clicks, and views. Period. You know, Courtney's no different. She got her issues too. But Courtney is in love. And the K's and the J's did not want to show that part of it. Because the mom want them to date. And then remember how the kids were like not happy about that? Probably because the aunts were in their ear. And then remember, Dream did a video of, oh, you're Kardashian. You can carry the name if you want to carry the name. She's like, yeah, my dad's the only Kardashian boy. Look at how they treat Rob. Where's Rob? Where's Rob? Rob used to go in on those girls. Oh, you're fake. Oh, this, oh, that. Oh, you're just doing that for media. Rob used to go in. And then Kim, they're all in counseling. Rob's crying and talk about how they treat him. And then Kim says that the mom is better with girls. It was dad's responsibility. Knowing that the dad's passed away. R.I.P. to the dad. Knowing the dad's passed away. Oh, mom is just better with girls. No, the mom could be better with Rob, but she chooses not to. They like to push the girls in the forefront. Just like she doing with North. She likes to put her in the forefront. Yeah. There's such a big difference in regards to how Jay-Z and Beyonce is raising Blue Ivy, but then they've been talking about Blue Ivy and how she was dressed. It's something how these Hollywood people dress their kids. It's something. Yep. Kanye's something else, though. Okay, was there something else I wanted to cover? Let me see. I'm not going to continue to cover that. Juicadora trailer. I'm not going to do that. Not going to talk about that. There's a lot going on there. She's talking about the clothing brand, the twins with as a big sister, grandpa trying to shout. He's basically saying people don't want him to be happy. And then this is the guys in their sweaters for the holiday. Okay, guys. All right. That's funny. And then we briefly talked about Wendy Williams attending her son's graduation. She showed up in a scooter. We understand Wendy's had some health concerns. Our prayers go out to Wendy. I wouldn't wish this on my aunt, my mother, my sisters, none of them. Wendy's experienced a lot. She said if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. So there's her at the graduation. I've been showing pictures of this. There's the son at the graduation. I don't know if I had showed pictures of the son. That's him walking across the stage. That's Wendy at the event. Her sister's going to ask her if she wants a mint. And then I think she said no. So that's Wendy and the dad sitting there. She looks okay. You know. She's got a beautiful kind of like red auburn type wig on. She's kind of looking around. That's the dad sitting next to Wendy, and that's the sister on the other side of Wendy. Yep. And then that's her in the scooter. So prayers go out to Wendy. I mean, she can work a scooter. She must be thinking all right. Look, there's guards and there's security by him. He got a whole, I gotta move away from that. But yeah, she showed up and they said she had a nice, expensive type purse. Now, like I said before, what's happening to Wendy would never happen if she was still married to Kevin. But she decided to divorce Kevin because he got someone alleged pregnant. I have to say alleged. He got someone pregnant. And he, you know, alleged lived close by Wendy. And Wendy was like, I'm not going for this. So that guardian stuff is a trip, y'all. That guardian stuff is a trip. Why couldn't her family be her guardian? And does Wendy have all her fortune still? Or has it depleted? And Wendy's case is sealed. So there's a lot of information people can't get. Like the video, like the video. We're at 70 likes, you guys. We have a 211 in the building. Please subscribe to the page, please. And thank you if you already subscribed. Please continue to hit the like button. We should have at least 150 likes. Can you please double tap that screen to hit the like? Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 you've been here before, where you're watching from. Wendy looks good. She's sitting there like everything's all right. But they say she has medical concerns. Prayers go out to Wendy. You know? Right now, Wendy would be going in on these celebrities. She would be going in. Like who you like. Who said it best? Cat Williams told us that a lot of people are going to be exposed in 2024. And then will more people get exposed in 2025? Thanks for tuning in, LA. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before and where you're watching from. So prayers go out. This is her son. Prayers go out to Wendy. She's so happy, so proud. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Wendy Williams attend her son Kevin's graduation in Miami on a mobile scooter. At least she's able to get around and get there. You know? Yeah. Yep. So prayers go out to Wendy. Y'all let me know. Do you think that there's a concern in regards to her guardianship, how it was handled? Do you think Wendy still has all her fortune? Do you think Wendy still has her fortune? You know, that should be to maintain her care, and that should be, you know, something that her son should be able to still have. You know, his mom made that money. His mom worked extremely hard for years and years, doing radio, TV, you know, doing the documentary. I hope so. I hope she still has all her fortune. You don't care why you're here. Go to your page. Talk about whatever you want on your page. Like the video, like the video. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before and where you're watching from. And then remember, Kevin Hunter allegedly was trying to still get his alimony payments. Alimony? Yeah, alimony for the divorce. And they were like, nope, she's not working. Yeah. But I'm telling you, if she was still married to Kevin, they wouldn't have been able to do that guardian stuff on her. But she decided to divorce him because of what their situation was. And she had every right to divorce. And then Wendy was the one that signed up for that special. But then they tried to send a cease and desist. They didn't want that Netflix special to go out. So prayers go out to Wendy. Prayers go out to Wendy. Yep. Yeah, some people are just not coming in. I'm going to show the video again in regards to Wendy being there. That must have been the moment where her son walked across the stage. She's such a proud mom. She's sitting next to her. This is her dad. This is Wendy, and then that's the sister. I don't know who that person is next to Wendy's sister, but she looks so proud. Yeah, she looks so proud. Her son is tall. His hair is growing out a lot, Kevin. Yep, she looks good. She looks good. I don't wish this on anybody's aunt or mother. She's experienced a lot. But it's nice that she can sit there and enjoy the moment. That's her dad. I'm happy to see her dad still doing well. That's her in the scooter. The next picture, you know, the guard has that on him. So, yep. So prayers go out to Wendy. It's nice that she's doing well. The wig she has on looks nice. Her outfit is nice. Yeah, Miss Wendy. Everybody misses Miss Wendy. She used to tell her like a TI is. I wonder what she would be saying about the whole Kanye situation. How Kanye's dressing his wife. I wonder what she would be saying about Diddy in jail. What would she be saying about the allegations about Jay-Z? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how she talked about the celebrities. She said she ain't like to get too close to the celebrities because she had to talk about them. Mm-hmm. What did y'all think about the documentary that came out? What do y'all think about her staff that Wendy had? Did they look like they were taking great care of her? Many people were questioning that too. Yeah. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 you've been here before where you're watching from. We're just doing a recap review. It's Sunday. I could be doing that, you know. It's Sunday. I'm just doing a recap review of some of the topics that we talked about earlier this week. I appreciate everyone being here. I'm putting lipstick on. We're trying to get to 34K. So if I can please get the whole 162 to please subscribe and turn on your notification bell. If you've already subscribed, thank you. I appreciate you. Please continue to hit the like button, you guys. Let's get the likes to 100. Can you please double tap the screen? We're at 71 likes. Thank you. Let's continue to hit the like button. We're at 71 likes. Continue to hit the like button. Just double tap the screen. Hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video. We're at 71 likes. Let's get the likes up. Thank you. We're at 72 likes. Let's get the likes up. We're at 72 likes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't have my glasses on. Thank you, Walker. Mark Walker. I appreciate that. Yeah, I try and be kind, considerate. There's a lot of people got a lot going on. So my page is not like if I was to interview people, I would be respectful. If people were to say how they feel, I try to be respectful. There's people that go on people's channels, they disrespectful, they're rude, they be cussing at people. That's not me. I try and be considerate because I want people to be considerate to me. And over here, we just talk trending topics, hot topics. We just talk. I try and update you on things. There's a lot that's going on in the media. I don't cover everything. I don't have time for everything, but I do try and be respectful. And I ask people to be respectful in my comments. And I'm not going to let anybody shade y'all in the comments. If I catch it, I'll say something. But yeah, that's all we ask for is respect over here. There's some people that just aren't well upstairs. But, I try and be kind. I try and be respectful. Because I have a lot of great fans that's kind and respectful. We don't do foolery good. I appreciate that. Yeah, you guys, my page had 3,000 subscribers. We're now almost at 34K. Yeah, my page had 3,000 subscribers. And I would grow and I would do my videos when I could. I used to do like up to 6 or 7 videos a day. Now I'm doing 1. Thank goodness. And I'm a part of the algorithm finally. So I appreciate that. About a month ago, we had a video that had 1.4 million views. So we did extremely well. 2 days later, we had another video do about 1 million views. Back then I was doing a lot of Diddy stuff. That stuff with regards to Diddy, it can be a lot. But yeah, our page has done extremely well from 3,000 subscribers to 34K. So definitely subscribe. I try and bring you guys the TTT. Also, I don't do a lot of clickbait. If I have to debunk something, I'm going to debunk something. I'm surprised people are still doing clickbait, but that's their page. Do you, boo? Yep. Yep, I did a lot of content in regards to Diddy. So you go check out those videos. We do hot topics, trending topics, just to kind of just overview. Sometimes when I can, I'll do just in case you missed it on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I do a lot of shorts as well. Sometimes the shorts will cover the different hot topics or trending topics when I can. One of my tablets weren't working, but I got the other tablet to work, so that works out. So, yep. Okay, you guys, I'm happy we were able to do a great live. I've been live for 2 hours. Please get the likes up, you guys. We have about 77 people in the building. Please get the likes up. We got about 136 in the building. Did all 136, did you guys subscribe? If you did not subscribe, please subscribe. And please turn on your notification bells. We're trying to hit 34K. We're trying to hit 34K. Yes, you guys, I'm happy I was able to come in, do a 2 hour live. It's been a minute since I did a 2 hour live. It's been a minute. I be super, super busy. Work-life balance. Are you guys ready for the holidays? Are you guys ready for the holidays? Are you spending a bunch of money you shouldn't be spending? Or are you just watching what you're spending? Let me know in the comments. Are you done shopping? Have you wrapped all your gifts? Let me know in the comments. Or are you keeping a great budget? Some people don't have it. Let's see. Like the video, press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 you've been here before, where you're watching from. Let's be kind and respectful in the comments. Let's keep it to the topics. Let's be kind and respectful in the comments. Let's keep it to the topics. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 you've been here before, where you're watching from. Let me know what you think about Wendy. Let me know what you think about Diddy. What will Wendy be talking about? Did she try to warn us? Did Cat Williams try to warn us? But yeah, let's go ahead and do the disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. I definitely appreciate you guys being here this holiday weekend. Christmas is just around the corner. I hope you guys have a happy holiday, a happy Christmas, a happy New Year's. Be safe out there. Make sure you're safe. Make sure your family's safe. You know, if you're out, turn it up. Just make sure you got a safe driver and be able to catch Uber or Lyft. We want you to make it over to the next year with us. But yeah, check on your family members, that are in need of assistance and help. Check on the elderly. Be kind, but, take out time for yourself as well. Do you for you. Yeah, be kind to yourself as well. Don't let nobody disrespect you. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. Be around people that's loving, kind, and respectful, you guys. So I appreciate you all. I appreciate Mark and his nice comments. I appreciate you all. Did you subscribe, Mark? I hope you did. I hope you guys have subscribed and turn on your notification. Everyone be blessed. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. Be around people that's loving, kind, and respectful. Have a great evening. Goodbye.